Please subscribe and you can download this code from description below. In Python, lazy attributes are a common programming technique used to defer the computation of an attribute's value until it is actually needed. Lazy attributes can help improve the performance of your code by only calculating or fetching a value when it's necessary. However, when working with lazy attributes, you might encounter situations where you want to check if an object has a certain attribute without triggering its evaluation. This is where hasattr comes into play. In this tutorial, we'll explore how to implement lazy attributes in Python and ensure they don't evaluate when using hasattr. We'll provide code examples to illustrate the concepts. Lazy attributes are attributes whose values are calculated or fetched only when accessed, not when the object is created. They are particularly useful when dealing with expensive computations, database queries, or other time-consuming operations. To implement lazy attributes, you can use properties and decorators. Python's built-in property decorator is often used for this purpose. The @property decorator allows you to define a method that is accessed like an attribute. Here's how you can create a lazy attribute using @property. In this example, the data attribute is only computed and stored in self_data when it's accessed. Until then, _data remains none. A common way to check if an object has a particular attribute is by using the hasattr function. However, when using hasattr, it may unintentionally trigger the evaluation of a lazy attribute. Here's how you can use hasattr. In this case, hasattr triggers the calculation of the data attribute, which may not be what you want. Sometimes, you only want to know if the attribute exists without causing it to be evaluated. To ensure that lazy attributes don't evaluate when using hasattr, you can implement a custom hasattr-like function that respects the lazy loading behavior. Here's how you can do it. In the custom_hasattr function, we first check if the attribute exists using the standard hasattr function. If it exists, we return true. If not, we then check if the attribute is a property defined in the class's type, using type obj. If it is a property, we return true, which means the attribute exists without evaluation. This approach allows you to determine if an attribute exists without triggering its computation. Lazy attributes are a powerful technique to improve the performance of your Python code by deferring the evaluation of attributes until they are accessed. When working with lazy attributes, you should be aware that using hasattr can unintentionally trigger their evaluation. To prevent this, you can implement a custom hasattr-like function that respects lazy loading behavior. This way, you can check if an attribute exists without